Hello, my friends, and welcome. Today, I would like to take the opportunity to thank you for being here. It is much appreciated that you're taking and giving me some of your time and energy to listen to the messages that I bring you. I truly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, and I want to say that I'm absolutely grateful for you. Yes, I'm grateful that God was able to give you the breath of life today that you needed in order to be able to enjoy this moment. So, sit back and enjoy. And I'm going to give you 4 questions that you can ask yourself that are very simple but yet very profound in their outcomes of how they shape the choices that we make in our lives. Now, today, the 4 choices on the table are so simple that it'll blow your mind. But the 4 questions are this: why, what, how, and what if? I did say simple. I didn't say that they were going to be 1 to 2 words, though. So let's get into this. When it comes down to the why, this is actually one of the most important questions you can ask yourself. It's actually the foundational question that will build the rest of everything, like the what, the how, and the what if. So when you ask yourself why you're doing what you're doing, or why you have this dream that you want to fulfill, or why you want to take the chance and take the risk on doing something that could be profound, these are all important questions. And at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, if you're trying to get yourself established in the marketplace, it's the reason why you do something that's the most important. And there's a higher percent chance of people actually buying a product or service from someone that actually has a good mission statement saying why they do what they do and what they want to bring to the world. So just some food for thought on that one, okay? But when you ask yourself why, your answer is going to be something that comes to you that's going to be specific just for you. So listen to what comes. Now, let's get into the second question. And this is kind of more where you see a lot of things nowadays. But what is it that you're going to be doing? Or what product or service do you offer to the marketplace, right? Or what is it that you can bring as value to give people the opportunity to be able to see something that they didn't see before? What is one of those questions that when you ask it, it really allows you to do a lot of reflections on what's important to you. And what's important in that decision is the reason why you're doing it, and it's not really even the product or service that you're offering. It's in reality the things and the passions and the desires that you bring from your heart that you're willing to give openly, vulnerably, and authentically to others in your sales and presentations that matter the most. But this doesn't just work on going into the marketplace. This works for any and all choices that we have to make in all areas of our life. I'm just using this as an example because this is where I see a lot of people just trying to get started. So this also brings us to the next question now. How? Interesting question, right? Most of the time, when we ask the question how, we don't realize deep down inside that the way it goes is that the how is none of our business. The how is actually something that when we really start asking this question too much and too deeply into things, we can actually start sabotaging our efforts. Yeah, in the beginning, when you're first starting to do something, it's always an important question to ask because it can give you a little bit of relevance and insight as to some of the steps or processes that you need to take, or maybe even some of the strategies that you need to make. But most of the time, what sabotages the efforts of people is when they get stuck. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? How am I going to set this up when I don't have this? Or how am I going to come up with the resources to fund that? How am I going to draw the people in that I need to create the team? And then the how starts becoming this question that continues to perpetuate itself and sabotage the efforts because you start focusing too much on the processes involved instead of focusing on the outcome or the desire fulfilled. Yeah. You have to be able to live in that moment of knowing that the how is really none of your business and being fine with it on how it's going to unfold. And how you do this is, I don't know how this is going to work out. I don't know how any of this is going to come together for me. I don't know how I'm going to draw in the resources or bring in the opportunities or get in contact with the right people. I have absolutely no idea how, but I'm absolutely fine with it. And I'm open-minded to what the universe can provide me for the opportunities and possibilities that could take me to where I need to be. So you see, the how is one of those, it's kind of a paradox. It's an important question to ask at first, but it's also one that when you ask the question, not to get stuck on continuously asking the same question over and over again, because that's where the universe takes a stop back and says, figure it out on your own. Food for thought on that one, but ask yourself how you're going to add more value to people. Ask yourself how you're going to present this in a way that it's going to be the most beneficial to those around you. How are you going to produce more value than perceived to be able to deliver more results to your clients or your customers? You know, there's ways of being able to ask how that is very constructive in the processes, and this is for you to determine how it's actually going to work for you in your own life. But ask yourself better questions going forward and you'll see different results. Now we come to the fourth and final question that can also go two ways. What if you do and what if you don't? Well, let's cover what if you don't first. Because what if you don't? What if you don't take that chance? What if you don't take that risk? What if you don't put yourself out there? Or what if you don't market your product? What if you just sit on your ass and do nothing? Is anything ever going to change? No. Is it going to get worse? Probably. You know, life favors the risk taker. So if you're sitting there, what if I don't do this? And you literally fall into that category, well, you don't feel like you're good enough, or you don't believe in yourself, or you don't value yourself enough to follow through with your wishes, dreams, and desires, then what do you really have? Would be my question for you. So what if you don't? Nothing's going to change for you. If you want the things in your life to change, you have to change the things in your life. Quote by Kevin Trudeau. So let's get down into what if you do? What if you do take those steps necessary, implement those processes, and start allowing things to flow to you? What if you do take that step and it turns out to be more beneficial than anything that you could ever dreamed of? Or what if you do it and all of a sudden you realize how happy people are with the product and services that you've given? Or the person that you are, not even the product and service, but the person that you are and the belief that you gave them. What if you do it and it doesn't turn out the way that you wanted, but it actually turns out better because maybe what you were looking at wasn't the best option for you, and maybe the universe had something better in mind and it delivered that instead? What if it doesn't work because it fails, or it flops, or it, craps out? Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, try again. Never give up on yourself, never quit, and you will always win. Because I'm going to tell you right now, you're winning every day. Every day that you don't quit, you win. Remember that. Every day that you don't quit, you win. So ask yourself these 4 questions whenever you have a choice that you have to make, because you have to be able to outweigh the pros and cons of each of these choices to be able to eliminate the possibility of the disappointments and regrets that you might face. So ask yourself why you do what you do. Ask yourself what it is that you can do to make it better for other people. Ask yourself how you're going to add more value to yourself and to other people in the way. And ask yourself, what if you do? Will it be great? Or will it flop? And will it give me any opportunity to learn? Or what if I don't? Will things ever change? Probably not. Just some food for thought for y'all. I hope that maybe you could get some value out of this and maybe take a look at this and use this in your own life, as this is something that I've been asked numerous times on my own journey, and now I use it every day in my life. I use it for every big choice that I have to make, every decision that comes up, and I look at these 4 questions to give me the best determining result whether I do something or I don't. And I'm speaking from experience on this, so ask yourself these questions. Give yourself the chance that you deserve. Find the answers within yourself, and I can promise you that your life will get better. Much love and many blessings to you along the way, and may you have a journey of prosperity, love, and abundance. Peace out, y'all.